Hi, I'm Dr. Clark Gaither. You know, everyone has a set of core values that are integral to who they are, or even whom they profess to be. When asked, most people will say they have values, but few are able to list their top 5 core values, or even their number 1 core value. If put on the spot, people are often left to guess, yet there they are, deep inside each of us nonetheless. Although our core values may change throughout the various seasons of our lives, they are always with us. When we form an opinion or make decisions or judgments, we are either honoring or dishonoring our core values in the process. Discovering your own set of core values is a necessary part of self-discovery, a part which will get at your very foundation. I recently took a trip to the Grand Canyon. It was my first. I was dumbstruck at the sight of it. The canyon is breathtakingly immense and truly awe-inspiring in its grandeur. It is, in a word, magnificent. It is mind-boggling to consider that a single river, through the slow passage of time, carved its way through 3,000 to 6,000 feet of sedimentary rock to reveal a canyon up to 18 miles wide. Just flowing water carrying sand particles abraded away the softer rock to create what we see today. In differing ways, we are similarly shaped and altered by the passage of time. Although the Grand Canyon will continue to widen over geologic timescales, the Colorado River will carve no deeper into the rock. In many places, the canyon is as deep as it's ever going to get. You may be asking why. In many places, the river has reached solid bedrock, the very bedrock on which the North American continent rests. It is ancient stone and harder. The river moves too slowly to carve into the nearly impervious bedrock. The bedrock is the foundation, and it is upon the foundation that all else rests. Just like your core values, they are your bedrock foundation. You know, people can be worn down by circumstances contrary to their core being. Their best qualities can be eroded away slowly over time until they are stripped of passion, never discovering their true purpose. I have seen people give and give and give with little personal reward, thinking that eventually conditions would improve, only to find wear and tear of a non-purpose-driven life to be relentless. But you know, what remains is actually all that matters. It is the core, the bedrock of the individual. What remains are a person's natural talents and abilities, along with their core values, which is their very foundation. These are never worn away. They are always going to be right there as long as you are right here. If you feel all the extraneous material that has been layered upon you over the years has already been removed by hard circumstances, your very foundation is still there, solid as bedrock. On this bedrock foundation, a new and exciting life can be built, one of your own design. The results which will flow over the passage of time will be, in a word, magnificent. It begins with your core values. It is very likely each of your top 5 core values hold the most power for you. They will probably be first on your list of most powerful words, especially your number 1 main core value. It will serve you well to determine precisely what your core values are by performing a very simple exercise, a core values inventory. Why is that important? If you are honoring your core values, you are more than likely to be happy. If you are dishonoring your core values, you are more than likely to be miserable. Violating your own core values will lead to immense dissatisfaction in your personal life and in your professional life as well. To be a person of honor is to possess and display integrity in one's beliefs and actions. This is most easily accomplished through one's core values. This is why everyone should take a core values inventory. When you are getting ready to make a decision, large or small, do you consider whether or not the decision or potential outcome is in line with your core values? Have you ever taken a core value inventory? Can you name your core values? Knowing one's core values will offer crystal clear insight into who you are. This could be, should be, then used as a guide when making both the large and small decisions affecting your life and the lives of those around you. We all make choices. Some of us will experience consequences as a result of our choosing. If we choose poorly for ourselves, the consequences are likely to be undesirable. Alternatively, choosing based on a true reflection of who we are will help to ensure more positive outcomes. Core value guided decision making helps immensely when choosing a career, a particular job, a mate, friends, associations, even a home or a new car. Deciding in this way in favor of your core values promotes synergy between you and the life you intend to live. And synergy promotes harmony. Everyone has been confronted at some point in their life with a situation, a decision, or request from someone that dishonors or goes against their inner compass or core values. Think back in your own life whenever this has occurred. You probably said something or thought something like, "Oh, I can't do that," or "This is not me," or "That's just not who I am." If you decided in your own favor, then you were honoring the core values which were being challenged. Afterward, you probably felt good about your decision. If you went counter to what you were telling yourself at the time and made the decision to proceed against your better judgment, I am 100% certain you dishonored one or more of your core values. Afterward, you probably felt bad about your decision. What was the ultimate outcome? How did the decision to dishonor your core values affect your life? Was it positively or negatively? Deciding counter to our core values can lead to lying, cheating, stealing, bankruptcy, relationship problems, addictions, and all of the attendant negative consequences. Laboring in a career or at a particular job which violates our core values will ultimately lead to job burnout. Before becoming sober over 25 years ago, I was in opposition to my core values on a daily basis as an active alcoholic, and I suffered mightily as a result. Then 2 decades later, as a successful practicing family physician, I became burned out because the demands of my job began to conflict with my core values. In both instances, I had to return to my core values and embrace them as never before. When I did, everything changed for the better. Addictions to drugs, alcohol, or some other addictive behavior, self-inflicted or job-related burnout, unrealized personal human potential, working at a job you do not enjoy or outright detest, toxic relationships, these are no states in which to live. It is impossible to live a life of purpose and passion under any of those circumstances or conditions. The best way to avoid them altogether is to celebrate and honor your core values in everything you do and in every decision you make. When you are getting ready to make a decision, large or small, consider whether or not the decision or potential outcome is in line with your core values. No matter what career or vocation you have chosen, when you begin to share your life and your experience with others, you should tap into your core values and seek to honor them. The power of your stories, your personal truth, can be reflected in the powerful words of your core values. They will resonate with your tribe because your honest emotion and conviction will be in full force behind them. Determining your top 5 core values and your number 1 main core value can be challenging but very enlightening. There is a simple exercise to help you determine your top 5 core values. If you enter your name and email address in the top right-hand corner of this web page, you can download a free Core Values Inventory, or CVI. At the end of the CVI is a listing of over 400 core values to help you with identifying yours. Download this free Core Values Inventory today and discover and begin to use your words of power in your everyday life. The results may surprise and delight you. I can promise you this: you will be happy that you did. Trust me, I'm a doctor.